This video tutorial, I'll be talking to you about identifiers in the Java programming language. Now, what identifiers are the names of elements for classes, methods, objects, and variables. For example, in this specific snippet of code, we have Java, util, scanner, fnum_out, we have main, we have system out println, we have input, we have scanner and fnumber. These are all identifiers, examples of identifiers. Now, the rules for making identifiers or names for your methods and classes and the like is that they can be indeed their characters can be letters, they can be digits, they can have underscores, they can have dollar signs. So for example, area can have like a 1, but you can't begin with a number, or it'll treat this as a value. The Java program will treat this as a value and then read the rest as a as the name of the variable or the identifier. So you can't start and begin with a number. And other rules include that conventionally you shouldn't use dollar signs. Java will accept it, but dollar signs are reserved for the mechanically generated code in the Java program whenever it makes it. And also you cannot at all use reserved keywords. For example, over here, this int is saying this variable is of int type or of integer type. Whatever this variable has is going to be an integer. So if I instead type in int, the Java program will give me an error because it's not seeing a variable, it's seeing a reserved keyword, which tells you the type of value of this variable. You also cannot begin with numbers. I already told you, yeah. And let's see, arithmetic operators. So you cannot use arithmetic operators in the Java programming language. Now the reason why is simply because Java will treat this as an operator and will not treat it as an identifier, as a part of the identifier. So it won't accept arithmetic operators. The last thing I want to say is that a second to last thing is that Java is a case sensitive language, so this variable area and this one with the uppercase A and then this one with all uppercase letters, these are three separate variables, so that if I go ahead and run this program, it'll print these as three separate values as they're assigned. I'll go ahead and run it, for example, and you can see indeed that's the case, 1, 2, and 3. Lastly, what I want to talk about is when you're naming your identifiers, you don't want to use something vague like int num studs, like that. That's because when you return to your program later on, you don't know what the meaning of this is initially. You may have forgotten it by the time you come back to your program. So you want to use something that is very good for readability, that shows the inherent meaning, so it's easier to read your code, like number of students, you see. And that's it. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'd appreciate if you like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye.